Okay, so today we're actually going to go onto the track for the true ending because there are quite a few things that I've missed. There are a certain few conditions you must meet for the true ending to happen. If you do not meet these conditions, it just happens as it happens. So the first thing we need to do is, unfortunately, a thing I really don't want to do. We gotta go back to Adept Co. Let's see, where is my list? So, step 1 is we need to fall in the first pit directly after rescuing Farrah. So we just need to continue on until we find Farrah and, pretty much it. Hey, cool! See, I'm not going to be trying for score or anything, I'm just trying to unlock what I need, so there's going to be a lot of deaths, a lot of just tanking hits because I just don't care. I don't like this stage. This is, I think, the worst stage in the game. And having to replay it makes me very unhappy. So I'm just going to try to get through this as fast as I can. I don't actually know if I need to trigger those, these things to make what I'm going to do work, but I'm going to just spam through them anyway to make sure. You read them when we actually did this the first time. Yeah, I don't mind any silence or anything. Like I said, I'm just trying to concentrate to get through this as quick as I can. Because up until we find Farrah, everything is exactly the same. The time warp? Why do you have the time warp in your head? Oh, that was a little too close. It's because I'm focusing and not trying to talk. It's also partly because I knew to immediately take my hand off the mouse and put it on the keyboard to make the jumps more responsive. I still don't know why that happens. It just kinda happens. Oops. Luckily, you didn't need to do anything like collect all the crowns to get the good ending, because that would have made me cry. See, now that I'm not frustrated by the weird, annoying jumping, what is over here? Chest! For a bunch of lucre. Honestly, why not? I still got upgrades to buy. So why not grab it where I can? I do like the fact that lucre is infinite, considering it all respawns when you reload into a level. Didn't quite make that jump, but whatever, don't care. I don't actually know what the crowns unlock. I don't think it's anything important. It's probably just a bonus like concept art or something, which, while neat, does not motivate me to go get annoying items in annoying places. Still don't know how to get this, though. Oh, that's the corner Crow is falling off of. Alas. So here's Farrah Day. And we're picking her up like usual. As I said, though, our first goal... I probably should have picked up that health, but whatever. Our first goal is to find the very first pit and fall down it. Because this is an instant death. This is something else entirely. This is rather ominous. That doesn't sound good. Interesting. So one of the princesses had a hand here with Dr. Cackle instead of Mac? And that would be Princess Mayapple, if Becky is scheduling that kidnapping. Well, well, well. Somebody's got their hand in a pie they really shouldn't be having their hand in. So yeah, as you can see from the first one on screen, this is where the failed Farrahs are. So step 2 is actually exactly as Farrah. So step 1 was to fall down that pit after rescuing Farrah. Step 2 is you need to read all of the logs, or at least the log at the very end of the hallway that implicates Mayapple. Step 3? Step 3 is we need to free all 3 of these guys and finish the stage. So I don't know what this specimen containment thing is. Also, going to see what we mean when Mayapple said they looked wrong. So Mayapple had a hand in crafting an artificial princess. But what does this mean? What was she trying to do? She did mention uniting the world somehow, but... well, we've got all of them, so... and the music has gone from the somber one to the excited one we got when we first pick up Farrah. That I still don't really like because it feels like there's too little of it. I don't think Crow has a sister. This is still as nerve-wracking as ever. I do like the fact that Farrah overcharges Crow, though. This is still pretty cool. Oh, health, 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 I want it! I forgot I have infinite grenades. I can just start mashing like mad. Whee! Unlimited power! Unlimited grenades! I love Crow's laughter. Okay, I probably should actually start aiming again. I had my fun of explosions everywhere. That actually wasn't so bad this time around. I say and then immediately die. We actually don't know if it's Mac. The only one who's implicated right now is Mayapple. And I'm way back here. See, maybe this level isn't as bad as it initially felt when I first played it, but this is still bad. We do see Mac, yeah. But I don't actually know if he has any idea what's going on here. Thankfully the checkpoint re-triggers when we get the other princesses. So that we don't have to go and do all that again. I do like how Crow was very apprehensive about it though. Let's see if I can just get through this. Okay. This is just irritating at this point. Still love Crow's laughter. That cop bugged out. You know what I think would have made this stage a lot more fun, though? What? What sent me flying? Well, yes, that, because starting way back here each time is patently ridiculous. And every other stage has checkpoints that are really clustered together, which is good. Why doesn't this stage, which actually needs it? But no, if Farrah gave you infinite health as well. Because they throw in so many enemies, it's just ridiculous and annoying and irritating. But it would really feel the unlimited power if you also had complete health as well. And it would make it far less irritating to play. Or health regen, that would work too. It would have made the dumb robots a lot more tolerable as well. We get to hear that laugh every time I fail. That makes me feel a little better. What's also irritating is that the robots will jump with you, so when you try to jump while aiming, they move out of the way. But really, there's just nothing about these robots that is good. Especially when they can literally phase through the geometry and you can't hit them. Because if they phase through the geometry, you literally can't get away from them. You can't outrun them. So you're thinking, oh, I'll just try to get through this by getting away from the thing that's irritating me. Nope, sorry, you're not allowed. Which is another really, really bad game design. You never, ever, ever trap the player with something they want to get away from. Because that's only gonna make them not have fun. Yeah, I knew you were coming. It's the same problem games with, like, crappy protagonists have. If you can't get away from the object of your irritation, you're just going to be permanently irritated. Okay, come on. I'm right near the end. Just let me through, please. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I honestly have no idea why there's not a checkpoint in that huge section of level. You know, I'm suddenly really curious. I want to try something here. No, it didn't work. Oh! I can stand on those things! That was actually something I had been curious about for quite a while. So I noticed my grenades kept bouncing off of them. So here's a case of them phasing through the geometry to get at you. And the case of moving back and forth repeatedly so I can't actually hit them. Like, I like their grenades, but they're hard enough to aim as it is. Oh, well, at least Max Fight's actually easy. And fun, too. And I believe I just got through. Yes! There we are. Yeah, Mac didn't actually know what Mayapple's been doing. We're just kind of curious. Yeah. Still think that's the worst level in the game so far. Last level's pretty hard, but at least it doesn't feel stupid and unfair. Of course, this may be changing very shortly, and I really hope it doesn't change, but it might. Also, I love all the little energy princesses just dashing around my head. I'm a little too high in the... Accidentally dodge Mac on that one. I think you can only actually get one hit on him a cycle though, so might not matter much. Oh, I'm doing a lot worse than I did the first time I did this. Still didn't die though, so that was really all I cared about. $30 30-minute stage if you do even less better than I did. Good God. And now they're all here. Yeah, that's true. I think it's being more experienced with the game and remembering how that works, but that's still not really fun to play through, and that's really all I care about. Is the stage fun? Yes, no. If yes, I think it's a fairly good stage. If no, I don't really think it's that good a stage. Yeah, now that we've actually seen that, we have to talk to Mayapple, because we got some questions for her. Crow. So Dr. Cackle was the one mostly responsible for that? So yeah, doing that and talking to Mayapple unlocks this stage, which, surprise, surprise, this is our next step. You have to actually do that stage. Also, you might have noticed that there was another red spot near Crow's thing. I believe that just lets you go straight up go into the Doom Howitzer. So I don't know how I get that. I haven't really seen a way to get down there yet that I can see. Just to show it off. See, Doom Howitzer. So let's see about Dr. Cackle's lab here. And we're taking Mayapple with us, even though she gives us no bonuses. Boo. I mean, isn't he retired? Why would they care? Oh, cool. Yes, yes, yes. I've actually now got all the upgrades I care about, so I don't really care about money anymore. I might gather it at some point, because I think there's an achievement for getting all the upgrades, but I don't actually care about them. This is interesting. I guess we just drop? This is very slowed down music and it kinda unnerves me. Whoa. Did he get a badge saying temporary minion? Yeah! Professor Snicker? So they got the Tattlebots, but the Reapers are gunning for them. So what's the Tattlebot? Nobody cares about your comfort. So this is where you would actually learn that you can ride on them if you didn't already know. I believe this electricity is instant death, just to be even more rude. Luckily they're compacted closely enough to each other that it's not too hard to land on them. Oh, that one was a bit close. It's supposed to be how you get the record in the first stage as well. You just ride this thing over. First I'm gonna get on you. There you go, buddy. Oh, this is a little tricky, isn't it? Oh, I almost went too far. I guess these are the Reapers then? Figures the one I don't want bothering me is the one that the jerk still has in his control. This music is really creeping me out though. Why would he want to do that? Oops. Just stab him with it, you'll feel better. Also, the lights are causing the game to slog a little bit. Oh. Didn't quite jump high enough on that one. I think it's the lights. I'm not really sure what's going on. Something in this stage is not happy with me, though. What? Don't care. Gotta cross. Hello, walk droid. He's kind of cute. Kind of slow, but kind of cute. Don't be rude to the poor robot crow. Wow! Poor Crow! That was cold, Mayapple. That was ice cold. Oh, well, it reminds me, I actually didn't lose the dating sim thing. Mayapple will actually never pick Crow, no matter what happens. So, if Crow gets picked as a crowd favorite, she goes with Malice. Oh, that's because everybody likes you, Crow. That's why everyone's trying to befriend you. How did that... Shoot. Oh, this is gonna suck. There we go. Oh, this is really gonna suck. I didn't need to jump there. I would have been fine if I'd stayed still. Oh well. You know what? This is pretty bad, having to wait through this incredibly long section if you die. But, I'm still calling this better than the Adept Co level. He technically is in a giant mech suit, so... That probably helps. Well, it's not a giant mech suit, but it is a mech suit. I'm just... If I say mech, I'm used to putting giant in front of it. It's just a habit. I'm still laughing. Poor Crow. Mayapple was ice cold. Mayapple was ice cold to him. Why did I want to call her Maybell? I want to actually test something here, so jump. Jump. Okay, I do not keep momentum like I should with the robot, so if I jump, I'm going to be going back. A little too early. Luckily, I can make that. Which is, I can do this the way that you're supposed to do this. Also, I probably should have ridden him the rest of the way, but whatever. Bye-bye, Mr. Robot. Oh God, this is nerve-wracking. And shred my health, apparently. Oops. Of course, I immediately walk back into it. This is kind of awful. Okay, come on, game, work with me. Oh god, this is gonna suck, isn't it? Oh god, this is terrible. Okay, just run, Crow. Oh god, just let me get through this. No, why? Oh, this is horrid. This is horrible. Oh god. Did I get it? I think I got it. Oh, please give me a checkpoint. Dear God, give me a checkpoint, please. Well, I'm in a cage. I couldn't have walked underneath it. That's a solid pillar. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't have. Okay. Is there a hole somewhere in the cage? Doesn't look like it. Something needs to hit that button, clearly. Please, Mr. Robot! I like this music. Oh, even Crow got into it! That's cute! Is that a frog? I'd really like to hit that checkpoint, please. Crow liked the robot too, despite what he said. It was his robot friend. Whoa, Mayapple! That was quite a vertical leap, girl! I'm impressed. Oh, thank God I hit the checkpoint. Something just blew up. Question is, what exploded? Wow, Mayapple blew up his machine. Hey. badass. You shot our robot friend and tried to kill us. No. So I just realized Crow breathes heavily when he's at low health. I didn't notice that. Her replacement? So this is actually incredibly important. As satisfying as it would be to tell Maybell to drop him, or I'm gonna keep calling her Maybell, Mayapple to drop him, it is massively important that you tell her not to drop him. That is, the next thing was once you actually beat the lab, you must make sure you tell Mayapple not to drop him. If you tell her to drop him, you have to redo the whole stage again to get to this point and pick the other option. This is a way to lock yourself out of the good ending if you want to see the bad ending again, though, because I don't think it's a permanent mark per save file. It's just, it checks what you chose the last time you played the stage and then goes with that. And Crow's actually being really sweet. Huh. We're actually learning a bit about him. That's kind of neat. Sure, Crow. Sure. I do find it interesting that he phrases it as a filter. This is actually a sign that you've done something right to get yourself on the good end path. Oh, Crow has a very, persuasive argument as well. Considering Mayapple just broke an entire boss battle, I bet she just broke the crystal on her own power too in the bad end. That was a toughie. Let's see what everyone has to say. Still better than the labs, yeah. I would gladly play that Spike hallway twice over than play the labs once. I think we got a new record, didn't we? A couple of them. Ooh, that's that really disturbing slowed down music. Ooh. I like this music! Where did this come from, though? I feel so sorry for this poor or this poor minion. Now there's 4 of them on him. Hey, as I was saying, I feel so bad for this poor minion. Now he's got 4 of them after him. Alright. I'm sticking with my actual grenades, but I can still start buying these upgrades. So, with the lab done, what you need to do next is actually talk to Farrah and unlock Farrah's Folly, and then make sure to beat that. We've already done that, so the game already counts that. Which means that's really all you need to do. Once you have done that, you are properly set up. And ready to go into the good end. Good end, true end. I'm not actually sure which it's called. Yeah, next time we come back, we will be going back in to the Doom Howitzer and seeing that good ending. Aren't you excited?